Hey, do you remember this guy? This is the Siege version of Crosshairs, and granted, some people like it, some people don't. I really do. But the one thing that bothered me about this guy is that he did not come with Pinpointer. Well, I did have a stand-in for a nice while, but now I have a more proper Pinpointer. No, this isn't an official release. No, this isn't even third party per se. This is a completely 3D printed version of Pinpointer. Just how good is he? We're about to find out in the latest GotBot True review. Hey one, hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, man, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe, and while you're at it, light them up, baby. And hit that notification bell, please. It helps me out a ton. It lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all my social media links, all of that, man, down in the description below. If you are in a position to help the channel to grow, you can check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring, or of course, hit the join button right here on YouTube. Become a channel member. And this is indeed a 3D printed Pinpointer. And I'm probably going to give this shout out a couple times, but I'm going to kick things off the right way. This is a design by Autobot 00, who does some really great work. He does a lot of, I've seen a lot of like his customs and stuff on like the TFW boards and the printing services of our boy Justin from the 3D Corner. Works quite well, works quite nicely. I am impressed. The transformation is sort of bonkers for something this small. In fact, without any further ado, how about we head over to the table and take a closer look at this lad. And so, courtesy of the designs of Autobot 00 and the printing services of our buddy Justin of the 3D Corner, we're taking a look at another 3D printed Target Master today. Back in episode 858, if I'm not mistaken, I'll probably put a card somewhere up in the corner, we looked at a version of Nightstick. This is a version, obviously, of Pinpointer. Now, previously to having this, I was using Trenchfoot as my Pinpointer. I didn't have an official Pinpointer, and Trenchfoot at least was the right colors with black and red. Not laid out in the right kind of orientation, but you know what? It worked fine. And that was what I was kind of telling myself, but I'm not going to pretend that it even comes close to this 3D printed version. 100% 3D printed. I'll probably leave a couple of links in the description regarding it. As you can see, it does accommodate Siege and like Earthrise and stuff like blast effects, which is very, very nice. A really nice touch and design, honestly. The transformation for this guy is kind of bonkers. But we're going to kind of begin things in robot mode first. And okay, here we are with all three of them now in their robot modes. And on the far end we have Nightstick. When I done his review I was blown away, but there's actually a couple of things I missed with Nightstick. His head does rotate. I don't think I mentioned that. His wrists rotate. They're really tight on my copy though. So I didn't mention that. So honestly, if you watch the Nightstick review, he's actually a little bit better than I even gave him credit for. Then we have the kind of comparison here of Pinpointer in the middle and Trenchfoot over here on the side kind of closest to me. And because I'm off to the side, probably didn't know that before. Maybe you did know that before. I don't know. Again, you can see where Trenchfoot would sort of be able to fill the bill a little bit because the red and the black is there, but obviously there's far more black than there's supposed to be. When we talk about scores, we have to begin with the coloration first. And when it comes to coloration, this guy is phenomenal. Depending on like your source material, basically, his hands arguably could be black. His visor could be silver. Or if you go by the kind of G1 cartoon, certainly the Rebirth, his face is silver and his eyes are blue, I think. There's two of them that look very much alike. Him and I think Peacemaker maybe look really close to each other. And like one has yellow eyes and one has blue eyes. I just can't remember which one has which. I want to say he has the blue eyes, but I could be wrong about that. Otherwise, the kind of black lower body and the red upper body, including the arms and his double barrels, all that's correct. Honestly, 9.9 for his coloration. And a couple of other little things, I mean, if you wanted to paint in his visor, you could. I just haven't done it yet. I probably will. So 9.9, the articulation on this guy. Woo, baby. So we have a head that can go left and right. The arms can go all the way around. We have a 90 degree at the elbow. We have a swivel because of the ball joint at the elbow. Arms go all the way out. We have a wrist swivel. We don't have a waist, but like, I'll forgive it. Look at the size we're dealing with. I mean, we're dealing with Battle Master size here, right? The legs could go back if you get these barrels out of the way, but they certainly do go forward. We have a 90 degree at the knee. The knee is on a ball joint, so we do have a swivel there. Leg all the way out to the side. Both of them go all the way out to the side. And the guy even has ankle tilt. Come on, man. Ankle tilt. Kind of phenomenal, if you ask me. And honestly, though I just have to kind of get him right here, the guy stands pretty darn well as well. I'm going to say for articulation, for something this size, I don't see what else you could really want. I'm going to say it's a 10 for what it is. Certainly better than what we got with Battle Masters, and I didn't think they were too bad for what they were. A 9.9 and a 10, now we have the transformation, and like I said, it's kind of bonkers because of the small size that we're working with here. Again, most of it has to do with his back. So, first thing to note is the legs go turned around. So I'm going to turn them around. I do suggest holding onto the thigh because, at least with my copy, the knees are a little tight and it might cause the thighs to kind of pop off their ball joints. That's just a slight tolerance issue. I mean, if I really wanted, I guess I could pop off the lower leg and sand down the ball joint there. So, turn this one around as well. And I did pop that one off. If I can pop this back on now, that'd be wonderful. There. So we turn those legs around thusly. The back section here, it will all come off, and right now it just kind of like hangs freely. Then there's a crossbar here. This crossbar has a little peg that goes in. I think it opens, yeah, it opens this way to the side. It opens out to the side. When we do that, kind of down here in the lower pelvis, there's a little section where you put your thumb, and that lets you pull out what will be the blaster handle, and then the head rotates in the body where the handle was. Brilliant. Once you do that, you can kind of get these picked up out of the way, and then you close this back in again. When you close it in, there's a little notch on this side and a little peg right here on the crossbar, and I might need to angle that hinge up, bring that over, and you'll hear it tab in. Then, using the kind of double hinge here on the back, I'll note that all of this is going to kind of come up over the body, but right now it's all just hanging loose. There are two little rectangular tabs in the two barrels, I guess, and on the heels we have two little rectangular slots. The heels naturally go over the tabs. So you take the leg and you bring it up, you take the other leg and you bring it up. They will have to tab in over. It's easier to do that off screen, so I will do it off screen to solidify it. And then the arms, they just sort of kind of hang out on the side, as you would probably expect. But for all intents and purposes, boom, here we have Pinpointer in his blaster mode. And the transformation, also a 10. I mean, we had a 9.9, a 10, and a 10. This is fantastic. Really, really well done, well designed, well executed. I really, really enjoy these. I have two of them, obviously, so far, and I think that they look pretty tremendous with the characters that, of course, they're supposed to be with. Poor Trenchfoot is down there now without a partner. We'll have to find something for him sometime down the road. Totally worth it. Really, really well done, Target Masters. I like for my Target Masters to have their proper partners, and if those proper partners can also be well articulated and really look the part with clever transformations, all the better. And here we are once again. Here he is, still in his blaster mode. I mean, there might be a couple of slight tolerance issues, but that's just my copy. In general, this is done very well. The design gives a huge range of articulation. The transformation is pretty brilliant. A lot of it ties into that crossbar on the back that you open up, but like just thinking along those terms for something this small and having it work as nicely as it does is a little bit mind-boggling. He can accommodate blast effects. That's fantastic. The colors are right, the layout is right, the handle is well hidden in robot mode. There's really nothing here to dislike, right down to having ankle tilt, man. Look, I love the nightstick. I love Pinpointer, and if there's any more, I'm probably going to love them as well. I will, of course, leave a couple of links down in the description for your benefit. I appreciate you guys coming by and giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring. Or, of course, you can hit the join button right here on YouTube to become a channel member. While you're at it, please hit that subscribe button. Stick around, have some fun with us here on the channel. Don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every day, you right there, you that are watching this right now, you do make a difference. And I look forward to the next time, baby, that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres or the old fashioned way right here inside the videos.